Did you know? The biggest white marlin ever weighed in at the White Marlin Open tipped the scales at a whopping 99 pounds. The angler was Steve Bass and the year was 1980.
We do expect to have a lot of activity here at the scales.
After the high winds of day 2 kept all but 5 boats in port, anticipation is high for day 3. There are 238 boats on the water and no qualifying white marlin on the board. The scales are open, but there are no early arrivals. However, there is a big hitter on the docks.
Monday, and we had some boat trouble.
Hall of Famer Wade Boggs is here.
Get outdoors, Delmarva.
Then finally, rounding the corner is a flag.
I see a white marlin coming in. Yeah!
It's the Backlash out of Virginia Beach, and there is a white marlin on board. The measurements are made, and this one's got the length.
94 pounds!
Not only do we have a qualifier, this is the 3rd heaviest white marlin in White Marlin Open history. The angler is Cheryl McCleskey, and once she saw the fish, there was no doubt about it.
It was so exciting when we saw it jump. We knew we were going to boat that fish. It was all lit up, and it just jumped up, and it kept jumping, and we got it in pretty quick. And the second we got it in the boat, we just came right in. I know.
Came right in the port.
Yes, and we were all jumping and screaming, and I mean, our adrenaline was going.
Captain Steve Richardson is cautiously optimistic about this 94-pounder, but he too had no question about the size of the white marlin.
I've been here before, getting knocked to 3rd. I mean, I hope nobody gets a bigger one. When I saw the fish jump, I've been doing this for 45 years. I knew it was a fish that we needed to be serious about. And when he hit the deck, I said, Lord, I was already going home right then. I didn't think, don't even measure him, boys. He's big enough. Let's go.
After some much-deserved celebrating, the Backlash backs off the scale with one final goodbye to their $1 million fish. It's going to be a tough one to beat, but it's the White Marlin Open, and there are a lot more fish in the sea. Following the big one, as expected, is a non-stop arrival of boats to the scale. There's big eye tuna, wahoo, and some not quite qualifying whites.
I'm reaching the end of my window, but I'm going to try and get you through.
With all the boats out fishing, it's kind of neat to see all the hopeful qualifiers trying to make it through one of 2 hourly openings out at the 50 drawbridge. Sea Hunt arrives with 3 big eye tuna, and they were all on the line at the same time.
It was crazy. We were backing up, moving all around, trading places, going in front of each other, keeping the lines from crossing. It was wild.
A chaotic battle for some nice-looking fish, but none will take the top tuna spot. The scales stay busy until sunset, although no one will unseat the top white marlin. But the tournament is not over yet, and there looks to be even more boats on the water for day 4.
They hooked up with a white marlin at 12:30.
294 boats are out today, and wasting no time getting to the scales before it opens is Seabreeze of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and they've got a white marlin. But this one will also not make the weight cutoff. Despite the number of boats fishing, there's not a lot of action at Harbor Island. The lone scoreboard shakeup comes when Streaker pulls up. Angler Andy Shelton of Arlington, Virginia's got a dolphin, and it's a monster. But will it be worth nearly 25 grand?
46.5 pounds, we have a new leader.
Feels great. Hopefully we'll hold on for tomorrow too.
Yeah, one more day. What do you think your chances are?
I think pretty good. 90 boats fishing tomorrow. I think we'll hold on.
They would be safe for the rest of the day, as that's the last leaderboard changer to visit the scales today. It's not the best conditions as the 5th and final day of the Open gets underway. Strong winds allegedly sent some of the 90 boats scheduled to fish back into port. Day 5 usually brings a surprise or two, and that would be the case when Miss Annie makes her way in.
200.5 pounds, we have a new leader.
What made you want to target tuna today?
Well, because there was a 94-pound white on the board already. That's a pretty hard white to beat, even though there was a 2nd and 3rd place white available. The blue was definitely beatable, but there just hasn't been a whole lot of blues around, and there was a lot of tunas around. We just put our money on the tuna.
And it's gonna pay off because they're at the top of the tuna category for a nearly $400,000 payday. But the lights out from Ocean Reef, Florida is bringing in a fish that could change everything. Coming up next, what's in store for the final few hours of the White Marlin Open? It's about to get really interesting.
Yeah!